Good morning. I hope you're doing great. Welcome back in another language episode. In our episode of today, we're going to address some of the common idioms in English or idiomatic expressions. As you know, idiomatic expressions are very common in English language. They are the bread and butter of English language. And in order to understand language better and properly, we need to understand how these idioms are incorporated in daily communication and in daily conversation. In order to understand them, we need to see how they are embedded and used in English. Now, it is really almost impossible to cover all the idiomatic expressions or idioms in English because they are common, they are so widespread, and they are used differently from one nation that speaks English to another nation that speaks English. But that does not mean that we should not focus on them. The reason I focus on idiomatic expressions is simply because they are very apparent phenomenon in English language, and they are common in other languages. But in English, we use them, we embed them in conversation, and sometimes if you want to understand language properly, you need to understand how idiomatic expressions are used. There are a few common ones, and the common ones are common in news, in media. They are used in movies. They are used in scripts. They are used by lecturers and professors. So they are quite common and prevalent in English. And this begs the question, should we focus on them? Of course, we need to focus on them. Another side to focusing on idioms is because it's going to be a conduit to you to listen to me. When we talk about idioms, you're practicing active listening. Active listening is an absolute necessity to improve your English. And I've been insisting on improving your listening because that is going to lead you to improve your speaking. They are walking hand in hand. Listening and speaking are complementing each other. Without listening, you cannot perfect your speaking, and you cannot build good foundation in your speaking territory without providing enough input to your mind so that you become self-independent, critical listener, and active participant in conversations. Let's cut to the chase and focus on the first expression. The first expression that we do have here in this episode, because this is a sequential episode to the previous episode where we talked about idioms, but I have talked in plethora of videos about other idioms and idiomatic expressions and how they are important linguistically and socially in English conversation. The first one is fishy. Fishy means strange and suspicious. Let's have this example here to understand how it is incorporated in conversation. When the security guard saw a light in the store after closing hours, it seemed to him that there was something fishy going on. He called the central office and explained to his superior that he thought something strange and suspicious was occurring. Remember something, this should not be used in writing unless you're communicating with somebody you know, because this is considerably informal kind of expression. So please avoid using it in daily written communication between you and your counterpart or anybody you're talking to via writing.